I think the fort can only be good here, can it not? Yeah, let's go for the fort. I think we hit the range button and we definitely 1,000,000% throw up shields. I would be surprised if he goes for these though. So I'm going to be throwing up shields anywhere else, kinda. And then we hit another one of these. And we focus a bit on this side here. Gonna try and hit this stuff, maybe. No, let's get rid of a bunch of these units here. Let's also get some more of these. And since it's likely to be the last round anyway, I'm going to be putting this down. And let's level this. I wonder if I'm right with my gambits here. Yeah, I am correctly shielding all of this. None of the Stangs died. So he went into the fortresses. Okay. Frames, of course, terrible because there are scorpions shooting, and that just for inexplicable reasons tears my frame rate into pieces. We have successfully broken a big chunk of his army as well. That is fantastic. We are not going to get broken through that easily. And our scorps are also leveling. Whereas I'm not sure if his forts were leveling with anything. I'm not sure if he had temp range or hit rapid resupply. I should start taking note of that. Am I still alive in round 8 against B-Man? This is actually pretty wild. We could hit the assault scorp here. And I think it's actually worth it. Because that just makes our scorpions a whole lot more powerful. I didn't necessarily want to play other stuff, but want to play meta builds such as Scorpstang. But at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? Right? He's getting rid of the sledges, so I think it's actually good to hit the underground button here. And then I would just like to hit more of the Scorps. Break this fort a bunch sooner if possible. Now we will have our Mustangs behind our other units, names of units escaping me. Behind our scorpions. Let's also put that down. Yeah, it's desperately needed here. I guess we're gonna be playing a decent game of Scorps versus Forts in the end. And we are leading as far as the Mustangs go, but we'll see if that actually takes us anywhere or if it's just irrelevant at the end of the day. We shall see. Looks like the forts are winning it a lot harder than anything else. Yeah. Maybe Assault Scorp was a mistake. I think I should have went into more forts instead of more Scorps, but... like, Fort Stang is even worse meta than Scorp Stang. Underground was not nearly as good as I had hoped. I guess the Mustangs just have... oh, I didn't even see. This guy has level 5 back here, and this guy has level 4. Yeah, at the end of the day, against fortresses, I think Scorpions are not good enough. Sort of, like, if you had skill points for units, and they were divvying up the amount of skill points among everything else, like the entire board of stats, it would basically mean that Scorpions have put too much points into Splash to be good enough against fortresses. That's the way that I look at things. I also think it would have been better in a spell-heavy game here to have Fortress Shields, so I think I was definitely making the wrong choices. Let's just go back and see if we can get a better play if we start putting more Fortresses down instead of more Scorpions. That's it. Like, I wasn't even looking all that bad against B, man. Like, if I had played this more for the fortress meta, I think I would have actually stood a pretty good chance at winning simply because I was so far ahead on Mustangs. So which round was the fort drop? I think it was the same round that I dropped Scorpions, right? Not this round. Or okay, no, it was not the same round. But I had only 2. So if I now invest into fortresses and start selling off the other units, because that is pretty cheap to do. I have nothing else to sell. We just had unit drops. I can now be rolling in with the fortresses. And we just hit a bunch more forts. And like instantaneously put barrier on them or something like that. We even have all the spaces we need. Throw the missile here like I did before. And then we roll. So what's the tech situation? His forts are probably better at brawling than mine. But let's see how this round goes and think about our position in the future after this round. So he definitely has an advantage in multiple spots here. At the very least in this round it's actually just losing us big time. So maybe I would have lost immediately. I'm not sure what my health was at, but this is probably enough to kill me at that point. Maybe shield is just not good enough. But the fact of the matter may simply also be that there simply isn't enough wiggle room against a player of that caliber to have something else going on other than perfect efficiency. Let's maybe instead hit range. Buy more of these. And not a good spot here. Let's instead put it like here. Let's then invest into extra health. And I think I was already expecting it to be the last round. So let's actually hit the temp buffs here. I'm still not defending on purpose against this. So we do already have damage on this shield here. But that's a very mighty fortress, let's be honest. I think it all started going wrong when I misclicked in round 1. And there really is no one and nothing that I can blame other than myself. That's just how misclicking goes. If you misclick, that's your mistake. There's nothing to save you from that. So yeah, I am losing big here as well. I guess Scorpions were the right choice, at least for this round, but I think I have just been in a bad spot. Frankly, I think it was his mistake to let me get away with this level of Mustang gaming without punishing me hard. But he still won, so it didn't matter at the end of the day. He did also hit the rapid resupply in this round, so yeah. He was definitely intending to finish it. Alright, well, that was an unsurprising loss, but a loss nonetheless. Still, I would like to thank you once again for watching and listening, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye.